So welcome back, everyone. Does anyone know out there, I bet you don't even realize this, that tomorrow is the 10th annual Record Store Day. Unbelievable. I have with me John Dixon, and he is the night manager at the In Groove. Welcome to the show. You've got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself, the store, what's going on tomorrow. You got a big deal going on.
It's great. It's a annual affair, as you mentioned, Record Store Day, which started 10 years ago as a promotion to remind people that records are still in our solar system, so to speak, and that they've really never gone out. They just kind of dropped down sales wise as different formats for delivery have gained. But in an effort to get people back and interested in music, on Record Store Day, various record companies, independent big ones, release rare records. Maybe it's a reissue of something that came out, didn't come out. Maybe it's extra tracks that didn't make the original album 40 years ago. Maybe it's brand new music. Maybe it's live stuff. I mean, just dozens and dozens and dozens of releases exclusively for, not sold before tomorrow morning when the store opens up. And in our case, it's 8 o'clock tomorrow. So it's just, if you're into music, it's just a great excuse to get out and maybe find some artists that you like and you haven't heard this new, or maybe find a very old album that in some cases was hundreds of dollars, and now you can get it at a reasonable price because they repress them for Record Store Day.
Wow, this is going to be fun. So let's first of all talk about the store in general. What are your hours? You're open every day?
Open every day from 11 to 7. However, tomorrow we'll be open at 8 o'clock from 8 until maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, depending how things go. But definitely 8 o'clock is the hard opening tomorrow, and people will be lining up before that to get into the store because some of these releases, Carol, right, they have maybe 2, 3, some 5. So, I mean, there's a little pushing and shoving to get in there in the bins to be able to find the things. And it's up on the internet. People, if they're serious about it, know which records will be released, which artists to look for. So a lot of folks have an idea of what they want and what they're going to get, and others don't. They just want to go and see what the new releases are.
Now, you're located just east of 32nd Street and Thomas.
That is
correct. And listen to this, guys. All you have to do is look for the largest record sign in the state.
It says records right there, Carl.
It says is records.
Right there on Thomas Road on the north side of the street. That's what got me there when I first ran into this place when they opened a couple years ago. I saw this big sign that said records, and they weren't even open yet, and that certainly got my attention. But that's what to look for. And in the case tomorrow, there'll be some folks, as I say, lining up and coming in. It's a very exciting time in the record retail business year.
And that's tomorrow from 8 to 9, and it's at their store for right now.
The In Groove. That's right. It's happening all over town. I mean, I'll be honest, but the In Groove is why we're here and what we're talking about, because it's happening all over the country. I mean, all over the USA. People are standing in line to
So
buy
let's get ready, guys.
What a concept.
Check them out on their website. It's theingroove.com. If they want to, right now they're listening and they're saying, I wonder if they're going to have this album or whatever. Can they call the store?
Absolutely.
Okay, that phone number to call them at 602-957-2453. Check them out. It's theingroove.com. Now they're open, it's from 11 to 7 daily, but tomorrow for Record Store Day, I'll get it out. It's going to be from 8 to 9. So and they're going to be lines and lots of fun stuff that you're going to be doing.
Lots of things going on besides the
So what are you going to be doing
music
there?
Well, they're going to have live bands. I mean, it's a celebration of music on vinyl and live music, and there'll be over 17 bands performing in the parking lot. A killer concert that's going to start. I think it's going to start about 11 o'clock. Will be the live music, and it's going to run. 10:30. It's going to run all afternoon. A band every 15, 20 minutes. A new band. Some of the bands: Evan from the group Luau, Rockin' Chair, Zach O'Meara, Dirt Moon, What's Left, Manifest Sound, I'm Hologram, Exploding Oranges. I know you're familiar with all these groups, Carol. I can see that.
Well, I can't wait to ask you some of the questions.
Well,
I want you to say, because some of my records, well, when I think about records, my records are that I had were, Supertramp, the Beatles, all of that. When I think about records.
Well, I was asking you early, do you have a turntable? And you said.
Well, I said no, but then I remembered my daughter does.
That's what's
Her boyfriend
happening.
Just bought them. They're hot now.
Yeah, I know. They're really, kids, I think, are appreciating the tactileness of records, in some cases the sound, but just the idea that it's a unique way. I mean, it's growing. There are streaming, there are iPods now to have all this stuff, but there's nothing like a real vinyl, a real record, opening it up.
Don't you remember everybody out there right now?
Notes.
Everyone out there that's listening right now,
Everyone.
can relate to this. We used to have friends come over and sit down and hang out in our bedroom and listen to the new album that we just got. And it was awesome.
Well, that's what's going to happen tomorrow, because a lot of this will be new music to the fans.
And it's Record Store Day tomorrow. You got to check them out. The website is theingroove.com. You can also call them if you're looking for something in particular. The number is 602-957-2453. They're located just east of 32nd Street and Thomas, and all you have to do is look for the big giant record sign. It's the largest one in the state. Okay, I want to ask you a question. So you say, vinyl's coming back. Let me ask you some questions, because people might own some of these things. Are my old Beatles, Rolling Stones, Elvis Presley records worth anything?
Depending on, I would say in general, probably not. But the earlier ones, these records, they made millions of them. These artists that you mentioned, they were superstars. So they made millions and millions of records. Most are just records. But some of the earlier ones, some of the unusual ones, some of the first records, it kind of depends. But the point is, you should check them out and find out if there is some value. But in general, it's the groups you haven't heard of, Carol. It's the band that made an album when they were at Central High School, and they made 300 of them, and they handed them out. Or let's say Alice Cooper's first group, the Spiders. They made several early 45 and the 5s, and they're worth hundreds of dollars. And they're only found here because that's where they started out.
So are you looking for albums?
Absolutely. Well, that's the heart of it. I mean, we have all kinds of albums. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, on the floor, there are dollar albums. They're going to be $3 for $1 tomorrow at Record Store Day. And then there are better priced ones all the way up to $20, $30, $40. But if you're looking for something specific from your past, you can find it there. You can also order albums there. And they'll also be having 15% off tomorrow on all vinyl. Used CDs will be 20% off. Non-autographed posters, 40% off. And tomorrow only, the first 13 people in line will get a free store T-shirt and a die-cut sticker. So the first 13 people are going to get something just for showing up before 8 o'clock.
So the number to call them is 602-957-2453. The website is theingroove.com. Now, they're open daily from 11 to 7, but tomorrow, because it's Record Store Day, they're going to be open from 8 to 9, and you want to get there early because you're going to be standing in line to get some really cool stuff. They're located just east of 32nd Street in Thomas. Just look for the largest record sign in the state.
Yes.
Real quickly, because we have less than
Where did the time go, Carol?
It's just the way airtime goes. Real quickly, do you sell stereo systems?
Yes, we do. They have refurbished systems, and if you have a system, a stereo, bring it in, and Mike and the folks there can give you an idea of what it might be worth.
What about if they have old CDs, posters, backstage passes, concert flyers, and all that kind of stuff? Are they worth anything?
Bring them in.
Bring them in. You can only find out if you bring them in. And give them a call. If you're looking for something, they might have it at 602-957-2453. It's theingroove.com. Tomorrow, it's Record Store Day, so check them out. They're going to be open from 8 to 9, so go in there and have some fun.